Okay. So we back with another one. This is about serial killer Andre Rand. At his sentencing 7 years ago for abducting a Port Richmond girl 2 decades earlier, Andre Rand launched into a rambling, half-hour monologue in which he denied guilt, professed his love for older and lonely women and invited the female jurors to correspond with him. Rand, a twice-convicted kidnapper, who is, perhaps, the borough's most notorious criminal, recently reached out again to borough women, this time in bizarre, handwritten missives sent to the Advance. Printed in a meticulous, draftsman-like hand on ruler-drawn lines, Rand, 67, wished a happy Mother's Day to all the ladies on Staten Island who supported prosecutorial vindictiveness against an innocent person. Should I become a millionaire, it would be my true nature to grant all of you with each an envelope full of seeds, to plant and cultivate a rose bush, shrub, that produces roses every season, as a token of my heartfelt forgiveness, year after year, rather than bouquets of rosebuds which blossoms and shortly dies out, wrote the drifter and one-time handyman. 15 Rand to JPG Advance file photo. Should I become a millionaire, it would be my true nature to grant all of you with each an envelope full of seeds, to plant and cultivate a rose bush, shrub, that produces roses every season, as a token of my heartfelt forgiveness, year after year, rather than bouquets of rosebuds which blossoms and shortly dies out, wrote Andre Rand, a drifter and one-time handyman. At that point, Rand took a sharp, mystical turn. He invoked, in both rhyming and non-rhyming lines, the Spirit of God to guide him along life's path. It is only a tiny rosebud, a flower of God's design. But I cannot unfold the petals with these clumsy hands of mine, Rand wrote. The secret of unfolding flowers is not known to such as I, the flower, only the Spirit of God opens, in my hands would fade and die. If I cannot unfold a rosebud, flowers of God's creation, then, how can I think I have the wisdom to unfold this life of mine? For the pathway that lies before me my heavenly Father knows, I'll trust him in faith to unfold the future, like he unfolds the rose. Rand said the 188-word letter is my Mother's Day gift to the ladies there. The missive is a revision, primarily grammatical changes, of a handwritten card Rand also mailed to the Advance from his prison cell in upstate Great Meadow Correctional Facility. The writings, sent in separate envelopes, were received early last week, just after Mother's Day. Rand is serving consecutive 25 years to life sentences for 2 kidnapping convictions. He is not eligible for parole until 2037, when he'll be 93 years old. In October 2004, the Manhattan native was found guilty in state Supreme Court, St. George, of abducting Holly Ann Hughes, 7, as she walked on a street in her Port Richmond neighborhood 23 years earlier. Her body was never found. There is no time limit in New York State for bringing first-degree kidnapping charges. Previously, in 1988, Rand was convicted of abducting Westrilla resident Jennifer Schweiger, 12, in July 1987. A month after her disappearance, the victim's body was discovered in a shallow grave on the grounds of the former Willowbrook State School, now the College of Staten Island. Rand had a makeshift campsite nearby. A Staten Island jury could not reach a verdict on a murder charge in that case. Although never formally charged, Rand's name has surfaced in connection with several other disappearances backdating to 1972 on Staten Island, including 2 young girls. The latest writings come almost 10 years after Rand last corresponded with the Advance. In November 2001, the Manhattan native, while in prison, sent a series of letters to the newspaper dating to 1994. They, too, were drafted in a neat, clear hand so precise a computer could have spit them out. Some had originally been sent to his upstate high school and apparent strangers. The writings included an argument against nuclear proliferation, the dewy-eyed recollections of a youth spent racing hot rods, and a lonely man's offer to correspond with a complete stranger for friendship. Rand also included a detailed sketch of a small aircraft and its control panel. Sent while he was awaiting trial in the Holly Ann Hughes case, Rand cast himself as a scapegoat victim of a corrupt legal system. Dwayne Felton, Rand's lawyer in that case, declined comment, That's it for now. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to